This is Jake with TechSpce, and we're taking a look at Android 4.1 Jelly Bean on a Verizon Galaxy Nexus. So first off, the lock screen hasn't changed too much. There's a little bit of an animation there with your lock screen icon, but what they have added is a third option to unlock to, and that's Google Now, which we'll take a look at later. Other than that, you can still swipe to the right to unlock and swipe to the left to go to camera. So we'll show you that here. Alright, for starters, we're going to take a look at Project Butter, which is their new, basically, they've improved the frame rates of everything in Android, which doesn't sound like much, but in use, it's actually really handy. Just scrolling between home pages is just a lot faster. Another thing it added is transitions when you're in an app and out of an app. So here's your app list, and if you hit the home button, it's just a lot faster getting back to your home screen. We'll show you Google Chrome here. Opening up Chrome and then going back to the home screen is quick. And to use the name Project Butter as they did, it really is as smooth as butter. Moving on to notifications, they've added a bit of a change to notifications. We'll get in a little bit closer here for you. So as you can see, we've got this new notification area where you have dynamic notifications and where you have information within your notification. So it isn't just you have 4 new messages in your email account. You can actually view those messages in there and decide whether or not you want to open up the email app at all, or just get rid of the notification. And there actually are resizable, so your top notification will always show up like this, and your ones below it will show up like this. And at any time, if you want to expand a notification, you just 2-finger pull down and it opens it up to let you see what that notification entails. And just like before, you swipe to the either side and it gets rid of it. So that's really the new notification center, not much of a change to that. Now we'll show you the changes they made to their widgets. So as you can see, I've got a lot of icons here. Normally any widget I throw on, it won't let me because it can't fit. But what they've added is, let's try bookmarks here, you can now move around your icons just by putting your widget in places. Let's replace it there. What it'll do is it'll automatically resize so it'll fit your home screen, which is really nice. The only downfall is, as I'll show you, when you get rid of the widget, your icons stay there. So if you had a nice arrangement of icons, you will lose that as soon as you put your widget in if you decide that's not where you wanted it. And if you're someone like me who tries out widgets a lot and ends up not liking them, it becomes kind of a hassle. But it is a nice feature for those who have a widget and they want to place it or move it from home screen to home screen. It really does work out nice. So for example, if you're moving a widget from home screen to home screen, you can throw it on just like that. A pretty nice upgrade. Just nothing, no big features added there, just a little bit of tweaks to make it a nicer experience. But now let's move to their biggest change in Jelly Bean, and that's their improved search. They've added 3 ways you can get to the search. You can tap on the old-fashioned Google search bar like you used to, or they've added a new icon, which is like an app that'll bring you to your voice search. Or you can go into Google Now, which to get there is you press on the home button and you pull up to Google Now. And Google Now is their new kind of virtual assistant, which allows you to, Google Now pulls information from Gmail, calendars, Google searches, and formulates cards that'll help you in certain aspects of your life. For example, let's say you have a meeting and you have the location put in your calendar, it'll tell you based on traffic what time you should leave your house in order to get to your meeting on time. Which is a pretty nice feature. It's a little bit intrusive that they're sorting through all of your information, but you don't have to turn it on. So let's take a look at their new search, which kind of blends into Google Now. They have these new cards that you can, it's very similar to Siri, but if you tap on the search button you can ask it questions. For example, when was Betty White born? January 17, 1922, which is a pretty nifty little trick there. You can ask it. It's more conversational than it used to be, so you can ask it virtually the same questions but word it differently. How old is Betty White? And it'll pull up that right there. And it has a whole range of things that you can ask it. Let's try find restaurants nearby. And it'll actually pull up directions to maps if you let it. You can also say, how do I get to Walmart? And what it'll do is it'll open up maps once it finds you and give you directions to the nearest Walmart. Pretty handy if you ask me. It's a nice integration there. It also has texting capabilities. TechSpce. I'm doing a video review of Android 4.1. There you go. Looks like it didn't quite work there. Let's try one more time. TechSpce. I'm doing a video review of Jelly Bean. We'll reword it, and there you go. It'll text Alec, who's the writer of the review. I'm doing a video review of Jelly Bean. Overall, it's a nice competitor to Siri. It works pretty much as you'd want it to. There aren't any glaring issues aside from some of the integration it doesn't have quite yet because it is a new platform. But in comparison to what Siri was when it came out originally, it's a pretty decent product. I've been using it quite a bit this last day, and I found a lot of good uses for it. For example, what's the weather like outside? And we'll pull up a nice little weather bar right there. It's 84 degrees, and it's what's hot today. And that's about it for search. You can search for movie stars. What movies has Nicolas Cage been in? And show you off right there. And also, not only will it give you a card like this, it'll bring you up a Google search of what you asked for. So overall, it's a great addition. I personally like it, and it actually can handle some pretty difficult words. I'll show you with a demo at the I/O event. Show me pictures of pygmy marmosets. And there you go. Just like that. Like I said, it's a great addition. I'm very pleased with what they've done in 4.1. It's looking to be an official release in July, and we'll go over any changes they make then. Thanks for watching.